I just want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to come and speak to you. And like the pastor said, this is for a class of mine, and I will be graded on it. So the more amens I get, the better grade I will get. So I want to, since this is Holy Week, I thought it would be appropriate if we take a look at one of the last recorded prayers that Jesus made before he was arrested. But before we do that, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine something with me, okay? I want you to imagine that you are a partner at a prestigious law firm, and you're in charge of hiring new lawyers for your firm. You just interviewed 2 new law school graduates, and the first one graduated top of his class from an Ivy League school and served internship for 3 summers at a law firm that you respect highly and has a stellar record. The second also graduated from an Ivy League school, top of his class, and he has a stellar record of internship at another respected law firm. However, the second interviewee happens to be known by a partner of yours, and your partner speaks very highly of this person. In fact, they told you that you would be a fool to not hire them. What do? Which one do you hire? Both candidates look equally qualified on paper. However, the second one has the word of someone that you trust. And they're attesting to their abilities and their work ethic. The question is it easier to hire someone if they have the word of someone of reputation to vouch for them? I believe that we've all had someone speak for us on our behalf at one time or another. A lot of times, this is through referrals that we might list on job applications or school applications. And I think it's very rare that any of us will go through life without ever having someone speak for us on our behalf. As Christians, this is especially true. We have someone who speaks on our behalf all the time to God. Scripture tells us that Jesus intercedes for us continuously to the Father. It is his role as the high priest at the right hand of the Father. The question is, why does Jesus intercede for us? For what purpose does Jesus constantly pray on our behalf to God? The passage that we're going to look at tonight, I believe, holds the answer. It comes from the Gospel of John, and it is written a recording of some of the last moments of Jesus' life. Now, in fact, it is a prayer that he made at the end of the Passover meal that we commonly refer to as the Last Supper. In fact, after he finished this prayer, Jesus and his disciples left the upper room where they were having this Passover meal and went directly to the garden where he would be arrested. Now, John is the only gospel that records this prayer, but that's okay because John is also the only one who went into great detail about all the events that happened during the Last Supper. The 17th chapter of John is a tremendous prayer, and I highly recommend that you read it sometime because